Edward Sebufu alias Eddie Mutwe, the bodyguard of Uganda's opposition leader BobiWine, had been missing for 5 days. Then came a trace on social media platform X. General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the country's military chief and son of longtime President Museveni, openly posted that he was keeping Sebufu in his basement and warned that he would torture him.
What is being done by Museveni's son is a trajectory that is leading our country into a terrible, terrible place.
Sebufu's lawyer confirmed that he had indeed been tortured. Meanwhile, Uganda's Human Rights Commission called for his immediate release. Despite Muhoozi openly admitting to kidnapping and torture, he faces no legal consequences. Where are Uganda's courts, and why is no one holding Muhoozi accountable?
The law does not work in Uganda. The ruling family is literally above the law.
Welcome to the flip side.
If these institutions are to rise up and do what they're supposed to do, then actually all these people can be held accountable.
Well, that does not seem to apply to Muhoozi, who is known for his provocative social media behavior. He once called for the execution of opposition figures BobiWine and Kizza Besigye.
We do what we are ordered to do and do it well.
He also threatened military action against neighboring Kenya, forcing his father to apologize. Regional lawyers are pushing for legal actions against Muhoozi at the East African Court of Justice, citing violations of Ugandan law. Yet President Museveni continues to defend him, emphasizing his right to free expression. But is threatening torture practicing freedom of expression?
The government has a way, in Uganda, has a way of making you think there is freedom when there is no freedom, or making you think you can say or express yourself when actually you cannot express yourself. So they try to create an equality that is not equal, a freedom that is not free.
While Muhoozi uses social media with impunity, Ugandans face severe limitations on free expression. However, they remain hopeful.
In Uganda, we don't see a lot of independence in the institutions. For example, the judiciary, the electoral commission. But if we have independent institutions, we can be able to have fairer outcomes of the elections, for example.
Now, the entire essence is to uphold stronger systems that are way bigger than individuals. Now, that comes in place when the law is non-discriminatory, when the law is equal. It applies equally, irrespective of status, irrespective of race, irrespective of gender.
I don't see democracy happening in Uganda unless there is a total overhaul of the whole system, a democratic and peaceful transition of power.
We are more than 45 million people. If we stand together, we can overcome this impunity.
Recent legislation, such as the 2022 amendments to the Computer Misuse Act, imposes harsh penalties, including fines and imprisonment for broadly defined offenses like hate speech and unsolicited information, which are often used to silence critics and restrict online expression.
We have laws virtually on anything here in this country, but how they are implemented. The implementation is selective, and some people, it's possible for one to think that some of them are above the law.
While General Muhoozi wields social media as a platform for intimidation without any accountability, Ugandans have to navigate a fraught landscape of repression and censorship. Their last resort, the courts, remain loyal to the powerful, not to finding justice. But even with such conditions, civil society and the opposition keep pushing for a Uganda which abides by the law. And that is the flip side.